No, he's a bit away, oh my God.
Right, listen to me. Is he breathing?
No, don't think so.
Okay, right, what's the address of the emergency, please?
Today, Sharyar Ali has been sentenced for the murder of baby Hunter McGleenon. Baby Hunter, he was just 11 months old, died in Katy on the 26th of November 2019. He died as a result of injuries inflicted by Mr. Ali. Sharyar Ali was in a relationship with Hunter's mother and had been entrusted to look after the baby at her home in Katy while she went to visit a sick relative. It's while she was away doing a good deed that the tragic event unfolded. Evidence gathered, which includes CCTV footage, shows Mr. Ali's whereabouts later that day. In the afternoon, he drives from Katy with Hunter in the car. Later from CCTV footage, we see him go into a casino in Castleblaney. He's gambling, losing money. He remains in the casino for almost 2.5 hours, while 11-month-old baby Hunter is left outside in the car, alone. This is on a cold November evening. It's later that night, however, having returned to the house in Katy, that Hunter's young life is taken. He dies from serious injuries inflicted by Sharyar Ali, the very person he should have been caring for and protecting him. He would later claim Hunter had sustained head injuries from a fall, before subsequently admitting to murder. Today, my thoughts are first and foremost with Hunter's loving mother and family. They have suffered terribly. This is a loss that no one, no parent, should ever have to endure. And while Sharyar Ali has now been held accountable, I'm acutely aware that the family's pain will unfortunately last a lifetime.
The family of a murdered company Armagh baby have branded his killer a monster after he was jailed for at least 13 years. Hunter McGleenon's relatives said they had been robbed of life's precious gift after Sharyar Ali was sentenced. He inflicted serious injuries on the defenceless 11-month-old child. Ali, 34, who had an address at Westenra Terrace in Monaghan, killed Hunter while he was supposed to be caring for him. Members of little Hunter's family were at Newry Crown Court for the sentencing on Thursday. Hunter died in Katy, Company Armagh, on November 26, 2019. Ali, who was in a relationship with Hunter's mother, had been caring for the baby while she went to visit a sick relative. After the sentencing, Hunter's aunt Coleen McGleenon said, "This monster who murdered a defenseless baby will, at some point, get to go on to live his life, whilst we will continue to grieve and struggle with ours. No amount of time will make up for what our family have lost not being able to see baby Hunter take his first steps, say his first words, celebrate his first birthday, or grow and develop in life. We have been robbed of life's precious gift. That monster has taken everything from us. We love and miss you, Hunter, more than any words could say." Detective Inspector Mark Gibson said, "First and foremost, my thoughts today are with Hunter's loving mother and family, who have suffered terribly. This is a loss that no parent should ever have to endure." He said. Mr. Ali, who was in a relationship with Hunter's mother, had been entrusted to look after the baby while she went to visit a sick relative. He originally claimed the little one had sustained head injuries from a fall, but he subsequently admitted to murder. B.I. Gibson said Hunter suffered serious injuries. These were injuries inflicted by Sharyar Ali, the very person who should have been caring for and protecting him. It's been an extremely distressing case, and I'm grateful to my officers for their dedication and sensitivity from the beginning of the investigation right through to today's sentencing. Newry Crown Court heard on Thursday that Hunter, an only child, was an affectionate and healthy little boy who was not yet walking when he was left in the sole care of Ali at Ms. McGleenon's home in Katy on November 25, 2019. The prosecutor told the court that Ms. McGleenon had asked her then-boyfriend to take care of Hunter so she could attend to her grandmother. Ali took the baby to see Ms. McGleenon at about 10 p.m. that night to say goodnight, and there had been no cause for concern. It was the last time Hunter was seen alive by his mother. The prosecutor said Ms. McGleenon later returned to her own home with her sister in the early hours of November 26, but Ali did not answer the door. He said they banged on the door and shouted through the letterbox for around 20 minutes in a bid to gain entry, but they failed to do so and left. The following morning Ali drove Hunter to the house where Ms. McGleenon was staying and told her and other members of her family that the little boy was unable to breathe, at which point they rushed out to the car, but he was dead, the prosecutor added. Describing the events of the morning of November 26, the judge, Mr. Justice McFarland, said Ali had appeared calm when he arrived at the house. "You initially said that Hunter was asleep, but soon volunteered that Hunter, in your words, had fallen off the sofa, had hit his head and was not breathing," the judge told Ali. Understandably, that caused panic in the McGleenon family. Family members ran out to the car and observed Hunter, who was in his car seat. He appeared to be unresponsive and appeared to be lifeless. Resuscitation was attempted by family members. Emergency services were quickly on the scene. The judge added that the emergency services crews were of the opinion that Hunter was dead, and his death was later confirmed. He told the court the injuries Hunter suffered were caused by blunt trauma to the head and that it was crystal clear they were not due to the baby falling off the sofa, as Ali had originally claimed. Mr. Justice McFarland said medical evidence confirmed there were 19 areas of head and neck injury to Hunter that may not relate to 19 separate episodes of trauma, but it does reflect multiple injuries to this area nonetheless. The judge also said it was the opinion of the assistant state pathologist that those injuries had been caused by either direct trauma or blows or kicks and/or by shaking of Hunter. The medical opinion was also that, at the time, Hunter having received these injuries would have been in a state of reduced consciousness, he added. What is crystal clear is that the injuries were not caused by Hunter falling off a settee or falling from a similar height or by a similar mechanism. Death was certified as being caused by blunt trauma to the head. In his ruling, the judge told the court he was imposing a term of 13 years for the murder of Hunter after taking account of victim impact statements as well as aggravating factors and mitigating factors. He said he had received victim impact statements detailing how Ms. McGleenon and the rest of the family are devastated by Hunter's death and that, over the years, their grief and suffering has not departed. He added that Ms. McGleenon suffers from persistent complex bereavement disorder, which he described as perfectly understandable, but told the court he would not be divulging any further details of the victim impact statements in a bid to protect the family's privacy. Mr. Justice McFarland said he had also taken into account mitigating factors. Ali had no criminal record, had a good work record in recent times, had no history of drug or alcohol abuse, and had a mild learning disability with traits of autism, the court heard. The judge said he had taken into account that there was no previous aggravated behavior. He handed down a term of at least 16 years reduced by 3 years for Ali's guilty plea to the murder charge. Rest in peace Hunter McGleenon, condolences to the family and loved ones.